Hello Internet, what's up my peeps? In the previous episode I cleaned up in and around the pond to allow better access to the perimeter. So let's continue where we left off, shall we?
I'm gonna give the ants a chance to calm down before I get back to this. I'm not really sure where the nest was, but they were really upset with me disturbing their habitat. Oh, that's a big guy. Girl. I'm no entomologist, so I don't know. So we'll leave them be for now before we come back and clean up. I will be leaving these as is because they seem to be in there pretty good. Spider. I'll be using this submersible pump, it's brand new, to start emptying the pond from water. I won't get all of it out because I'm not really sure where the water table is. So if I take too much out, the entire pond might start floating, the pond lining. So we'll give this a try and see how it works. And since I only have approximately 10 meters worth of hose, that's not enough to get it all the way from there to the small creek I have on my property. So I've just used some old gutters and drain pipes and what have you to get it over there. Getting this hose on was anything but trivial. I put some zip ties on it in the hopes that it won't come off, but it was barely I could get it on there, so hopefully it stays on. In the end, I just simply threaded the hose through this downpipe in order to keep it off the ground, to make it easier for the pump to get the water where it needs to go. Seems to get the job done. We'll settle for that for now. I'll hopefully be able to come back and get the rest of that out if the ants have calmed down a bit. And then when I'm sure as I have as many leaves and branches and whatever you have out of this, I'll come back with the pump. And if this weather keeps up, then the water table will be even lower. The ants are still out and about, so I'm not really sure how much I can get done. We'll give it a shot though, see how far we go. I'm not sure if I explained it earlier in the video, but the reason I'm doing this, removing the hedge and all the vegetation and the dirt and gravel and everything I have, is because I need to redo it. Hopefully you can see, despite the glare, that it's sort of sloping inwards. It's pretty good this bit, but over here I need to redo that part. The same goes over here, this part here. That's also sloping inwards. That is supposed to be like that. That's the low section. Another reason for me doing this in stages is that I'm hoping that the local wildlife, there are some toads and newts and other stuff in here, that they'll get a chance to adapt. I will sort of have to evacuate them when I drain this completely, but for now I'm hoping that they'll gradually understand that this is shrinking away. And as you probably can see, it's a lot easier for me to get to the leaves and the other muck, so I'll try and scoop some of that out. Again, without upsetting the wildlife too much. It's inevitable that I will be destroying their habitat. At least I can be as gentle with it as possible. Okay, let's take a look what's in this box. Nice. This was originally 2,509 for some reason, and it was discounted to 752.70 öre. This ought to be the filter, right? Yeah, exactly. So I need to bury this somewhere. That's one of the reasons I wanted to unpack this already, so I knew what I had to prepare.
Oh yeah, I need hose. I do not have any hose, I think. Okay. So nothing too complicated, everything just screws in, you have a ball joint and stuff like that. What I want to mention though is this is a wildlife protection system. Yes, a WPS. Yeah, thanks Chopper. Oh my god. Roosters and helicopters, and with a bit of luck my neighbor will start up the chainsaw as well. This is meant to be put in place if you have fish in your pond that is breeding, because the fish fry, can't really get through this, and when they're done breeding you run it just through this. So this is the normal strainer, and this is a smaller strainer, 2 millimeters instead of 6 millimeters when you have fish that is breeding. I don't think I'll lift the pump up out of the pond just to install this. We'll see. I might not even be getting fish because this is on the lower side capacity wise for my pond if I put fish in it. Okay, not too much to write home about here either. This one just sits in here with these 7 clips. Inlet, outlet. I need to unscrew a couple of screws in order to install the lamp in here, and then that's about it. As for cleaning, the manual says initially every couple of days, every other day, since the water will be filthy, but otherwise it's apparently very maintenance free. We'll see about that though. I think I might just bury it down here, as long as I can get to this easily. And I should even, according to the manual, never have to remove this. This part of the filtration is rarely needed to be cleaned. The biggest discrepancy I found was though that this does not allow for more than 1 inch, 25 millimeters. And the pump has a 40 mil outlet, which I would prefer to use. It would be nice if this had 40 mil as well. So this is what it looks like. First you unscrew this, then you unscrew this. And UV light is extremely harmful. So you need to be super careful to never ever look at this. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Like so. And this screw is different from that screw, and this has a washer. I'm not really sure why they made the screws different. Done and done. I remember that the local wildlife really can't get in and out now that I've drained so much water, so I just put in an old board to give them a walkway if they want to get in or out. I decided to pump out a bit more water while I had the gear out. And I also decided to try and remove as much of the floating plant as possible. I'll end this episode with a shot of one of the inhabitants of the pond. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this interesting, useful, entertaining, or all of the above. Please stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!